All right, family, it's your brother Assad back again with another quick video. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new content on this channel. As well, in terms of housekeeping, I want to make sure I thank my South African family for all the love and support you guys have shown to this channel. And it really warms my heart. If I was ever down, if I were ever melancholy or depressed or not feeling 100% myself, if I ever lost confidence, all I would have to do is read the comments on the videos on this page and my spirits would be lifted, my depression would subside, and my melancholy state would be gone because you guys have been just phenomenal with your support and some of the language that you guys use towards us. I mean, it just warms our heart. I mean, it could almost be scriptures, right? Almost be scriptures. And we definitely appreciate it. Now, to address the pink elephant in the room. Pink elephant in the room. Where is Adrian? Well, Adrian is asleep. We just traveled. We left Johannesburg at 10 p.m. Sunday night. And right now, as I record this, it is about 10 o'clock Monday night in New Orleans. And we have traveled all of that time. And I guess we got back to New Orleans about 7 o'clock. And then we had to pick up the children from my parents' house and spend time with them a little bit. And we finally walked in the door. So I'm tired. She's tired. But I wanted to make sure that I made this video for you guys, but I did want to make sure that I expressed some important things before I jumped into the video. You know, when we decided that we were going to take this trip in December, we really asked God to give us a network. We wanted to make sure that we had people there. We didn't want to move to a city and not know anybody, right? That's not the ideal life. Even though we love the city, we love the vibe, we love the spirit that we felt in the city, we really didn't know a lot of people. So we asked God, Allah, Jehovah Jireh, whomever, whatever, the Most High, whatever name you want to call him by, we asked that entity to, expand our network. And it reminds me of a story that I heard Tyler Perry, who's a New Orleanian too. The actor, the producer, film director, Tyler Perry. He was holding a conversation with Joel Osteen, and Joel Osteen is a preacher here, and he said that faith is like the flashlight on your phone. You know, you get up at night, you don't want to turn the bright lights on, so you use the light on your phone to kind of navigate yourself, to illuminate your path, to kind of get to the bathroom, right? To kind of get to the hall, you just kind of use that flashlight. And he told a story about that. And he said that's kind of the way faith is. Faith illuminates the path just enough so that you could see your next step, so that you could see your next step and to know that you are on the right path, right? Well, when we asked God to expand our network, things started happening. Man, the channel popped off. All of these people started following the channel, and we started getting all of these likes and comments and welcomes. And can I take you to have coffee when you arrive? Can I meet up with you? I want to take you to my neighborhood. I want you. And it was just like that cell phone light. If I had any doubt, about moving, it was the response to the request from Allah, to the request of expanding our network. The response that came was just like that flashlight. It let me know, just like the camera cell phone light, I should say. It just let me know that we were taking the right path, taking the right steps. We were on the right path. It illuminated just enough so that I could say, yeah, we doing the right thing. this is right. It was validation. It was assurance, right? There's an old gospel song that they used to sing in the church. Blessed assurance. I don't know if y'all sang that in South Africa. Blessed assurance, right? And that's what it felt like. It felt like assurance. Yeah, you're on the right path. So, with that being said, I want to talk real briefly, real briefly. It's 5 minutes. I want to see if I can be finished in 10, and by 10 minutes, right? Real briefly about the top five things that happened this trip this December to Johannesburg for Adrian and I. Number five was the game drive. Now, I am not a big outdoorsy person. That is Adrian's thing. She loves the outdoors. I'm a city boy, city dweller. I want to be very near to civilization, right? But on the other hand, Adrian is a real outdoorsy person. She likes to hike and all of that good stuff, and I try to go along with it because I like her, because I like her, right? But we did end up having a very good time on this game drive. Now it started early, like 3:30 in the morning. We had to be there, and I slept through most of it. But when I did wake up, when I did wake up, I got to see a giraffe, uh, 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 elephant, the zebra, and those were things. There's no. It's always now. We had done Kruger in 2019, so I actually saw all of the big five or whatever have you. But it's always neat to experience seeing those animals. But what was even more neat, what was even more great, was at the end of the safari, at the end of the drive, Quartus, I believe that's his name, an Afrikaans young man who had on a pair of Daisy Dukes. See the last video about that. But anyway, he he told us that I think just some of the most heartwarming things. One of the most heartwarming things that we heard on this trip, and he was like, if you ever, he's like, we're friends now, we're family now. We spent all this time together this whole day, and you're moving to my country. If you ever need anything, call me, reach out to me. I don't care if it's tomorrow or 10 years from now, whatever have you. Like, call me and reach out to me. And I thought that was a very just a very genuine and sincere display of humanity and graciousness, and just I really appreciated that. So that's why that's number five on this list, the game drive. So number four would be me driving around. Now, whenever you decide to move to a new city, you actually want to learn that city, how to navigate that city and get around. So this time we would just get in the car and be like, Adrian, don't turn on the GPS. Let me just drive. Let me drive and see what I can find. And see what I can find. And if I can get somewhere and get us back to this Airbnb. Well, I was able to leave Rosebank where we were staying and drive all the way to the Mall of Africa without being navigated. Now, that may not be a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to me. Is a very big deal to me. And other times when we were, I guess, like coming from the Mall of Africa area, coming from Waterfall area, I tried to make it back to Rosebank without, using the navigation. And I didn't make it all the way back, but guess what? When Adrian finally turned on the navigation to see where we were, I was like 5 minutes away. Had I just kept going and made this turn and that turn, I would have made it right back to Rosebank or made it to something familiar that would have gotten me back to the Airbnb. So that's number four on this list. Driving around because I felt that this trip I finally began to learn how to navigate around Johannesburg. And I mean, at least a little part of it. Johannesburg is huge. Like, that's a big old city. So it's no just, I'm sure there are people there who live there who still have to use GPS to get to certain parts and get to certain places. So, but that's number four. That leads me to number three. And number three is that we did not stay in the typical places that we usually stay. Rosebank, Satin. Yeah, we did that stuff. Yeah, we hung out there a little bit. But I also went to Alexandria Township with Ezekiel. I also went to El Dorado with Ronaldo. I also went to Soweto. I also hung out in Mobanang with Sandili, right? He took us to Mobanang on during the day, and Adrian and I went back there on a Saturday night or Friday night, and it was popping. So I got to see both ends of it, like just when it's like kind of a regular daytime thing, as well as when it's the nighttime club life party type action, right? So, so those, getting out of and breaking out of just during the touristy stuff and the safe kind of stuff, not like we did something unsafe, but the places where okay, the tourists need to hang. You need to be in Rosebank. Go check out the malls. Go check out Mall of Africa. No, we did that, but we also did some other things as well as Sandilli took us to see Northcliffe. He took us to see Melville, places that that we have heard about that we needed to see. Um, so yeah. So that's number three. So number five was the game drive. Number four was driving around. Number three was seeing different places and experiencing different places. Uh, Number two then would be the different foods we tried. So usually we kind of stick to we go to Tasha's. We did Proud Marys in Rosebank. But this time we got to experience a much wider variety of food. For instance, we went to Nando's and had some lemon herb chicken, and it rolled. Yes, it did. It rolled. We went to we had an AK 47. I don't know if it's an AK 47, a Great Gatsby, or whatever have you, but Ronaldo hooked us up with that. Everyday people food. But we also experienced the luxury of signatures and marble, very nice restaurants. So, I'm saying this, all of these places had good food. News Cafe, good food. Again, Tasha's. We had Tasha's in Melrose Arc and we had Tasha's in Rosebank. Again, good food. If you go to South Africa, for those who are not South African, if you go to South Africa, you will not starve. The food is delicious. You will gain weight because I've gained weight. I feel it. My t-shirts don't fit the same. My pants done got a little tighter. Oh man, I got work to do. I got to get out here and do some running and push ups and sit ups and lift weights and everything. But I don't regret it because the food is delicious. The food is delicious, and I'm glad that we got to experience all. I mean, in the Alexandria Township, I had sheep tripe. Now, y'all know I don't typically eat no tripe, but I ate it because I was there and I wanted to try it, right? Y'all know I said I wouldn't, but I tried it, you know, and I had some sheep tripe. So, all over these different foods we tried, and it was a great, phenomenal experience in terms of the food. Now, so what is my number one? What was my number one highlight on this December trip? And it's got to be the people of South Africa. It's got to be the Ronaldos. It's got to be the Henrys. It's got to be the Ezekiels. It's got to be the Moses. It got to be the Sandillis. It got to be the Valerias. It got to be the Gregories. It got to be the Tulas. Uh, all of these people that I met. I know I shouldn't have started calling names because I know I was gonna forget somebody. I shouldn't have started calling names because I knew I was going to forget somebody. But all of these people that we met, all of these people that we broke bread with and sat down and had conversations, all of the people who just told us, man, I watch your channel, keep doing what you're doing. I love what you're doing. All the support we received, um, that has been the highlight of this trip. That was the highlight of this trip, the ability to meet everyday people, right? I know y'all hear me say that all the time. Everyday people, right? And to kind of, again, I told y'all we asked God, we asked the Most High to help us formulate a network, right? And He showed us just enough light to know that we are on the right path. And this trip, I say that we have established those relationships that will grow right? As long as they are watered and nurtured just like a plant, they will grow. And we will establish that type of network um, that we were looking to establish when we went to South Africa this trip. And now let's be clear, Johannesburg is any big old city. Any big old city. It's just a big old city. But what separates Johannesburg, what separates Cape Town, what separates Pretoria, what separates Durban, even though I've never been to Durban, but what separates it is that it is filled with the most warm and loving and open people on planet Earth. And those are South African people, no matter their tribe, no matter their race, no matter their national origin, meaning where they come from. These are great people. These are phenomenal people. And the love and the warmth that they have shown me and my family, my wife, and by default, my children, it is just amazing. And that's what made this trip the most amazing trip that we have taken, not only in terms of taking to South Africa, but taking since we started traveling, man. So I don't want to hold y'all. I appreciate y'all listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, no, we'll be back 2 days. In 2 days, and my baby will be back with me. And I think we're going to do a little ride around the city of New Orleans because a few people asked, well, show us what your city is like. So we're going to ride around and I will show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts of the city of New Orleans. I will show you what people love about this city and I will show you what is not so nice. Just ride around, get a little footage, and maybe do a little guided tour so that you could see what I see. And maybe it breaks some of those stereotypes. I heard a brother say that he didn't think the United States had potholes. Like he didn't think they had potholes in the United States. Oh, I got a cake baked for you. If y'all don't know what that means, you'll find out soon. I got a cake baked for you. That means I got something to show you, right? All right, family. So thank you for watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, be blessed, be safe. I love y'all.